us in this part of the country as it continues to heat up moving to the weekend.
You know, when we're talking about some of the temperatures around the country, it's 110 out in the southwest, and, you know, they're used to the heat, but it is a dry heat.
Right.
We have the humidity to play with, and that's not as much fun, and that's where it's harder for our bodies to cool because we use the sweat as a cooling process, but when there's more water in the air, it can't evaporate off your body as easily because there's too much water in the air already. So keep in mind, you need to keep hydrated and certainly cool off as much as you can. The next 3 hours, well, it looks a little more ominous than what it really is. Our icons, our computers, they see cloud cover, and if it's a decent amount like this, just high clouds, it will still paint it as mostly cloudy, but there will be plenty of sun for the remainder of this evening. Temperatures beginning to drop down into the lower 80s, but not quite as cool as it has been the past couple of evenings. Temperatures, well, they're back into the hot range over the next few days, and the moisture, as I mentioned, starting to increase and turning very hot and humid this weekend. While we've got temperatures right now which are in the upper 80s to near 90, the atmosphere still isn't very damp, and that's good news. That's actually helping to take the edge off of the temperatures. 85 right now in Coleman and Gadsden, Hamilton, right now you're at 86. 90 for those of you in northern Shelby County, and Anniston right now at 90 degrees as well. Not much happening across the eastern half of the U.S. Very quiet, and that's not uncommon this time of the year. High pressure starts to settle into the southeast, and that means everything stays to the north and west of us, so not a whole lot in the way of any transitions. But our dew point forecast, again, as I've mentioned, and it's important to show this because this gives you an idea of how much the water will, or at least the atmosphere can hold water-wise. The higher that dew point temperature is, that means that it will hold more water vapor or moisture, the humidity. And as these numbers continue to go up, especially through Friday and then into Saturday, watch the dark green just come pouring in, low 70s. Now we're talking with temperatures in the mid-90s, a heat index value of around 100. Not necessarily at the criteria, but it bears keeping an eye on, especially if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time. Lots of water, that's the key. Temperatures through the remainder of this evening, they're really not going to drop that much, but we will see numbers down into the 60s by 10 o'clock and around places like Coleman County back over towards Smith Lake. And overnight, very quiet, a few high clouds. Low 60s around Coleman back into Gadsden, and eventually we will start to see that change as far as temperatures go with more sunshine. Now, this is noon, 90 in Birmingham, 91 in Tuscaloosa, upper 80s for those of you in Etowah as well as Calhoun counties, and then topping out anywhere from 92 to 94 degrees in just about every spot across our viewing area, and that really rich moisture will start to move in by Saturday. So look for temperatures around 91 tomorrow in Birmingham, possibly a couple of degrees warmer, 94 and then 93, and I've introduced the chance of a shower because that moisture will be increasing. We'll have a little bit that will start to develop into afternoon showers. Better chance of rain though, I